How you doing, Coach?
Good. How's everyone doing today?
Doing great. I'd like to start off by asking you, we saw Coach Izzo's comments yesterday. Kelvin Sampson kind of echoed it, and I think Bill Self as well. You come from your dad coached, and I'm curious what you think about the current state of the sport with the G League thing, the European players coming in. I mean, I think the basketball product's great, but I'm curious your take on, have we lost sight of what is college basketball?
You know, I only worry about the things I can control, and I can't control who gets to play. I deal with what it is daily. The thing I'm most concerned with is the kids I'm coaching, and I don't feel they've changed as people. I feel they want to be coached, they want to be disciplined, they want to be led, they want to be taught, they want an education. And as long as that's the case, then I still enjoy coaching.
The love is still there.
Even though they're making money, I don't think they've changed deep down who they are and what they want for themselves. They're getting rewarded financially, but the kids come to work every day and they value the same things I value. Maybe it's because I recruit the kind of kids I want. Mm-hmm. I don't know if everyone's dealing with that nationwide, but I love going to work every day because I feel the kids are valuing what I'm giving them.
You guys were picked unanimously number one. How do you obviously that's a great thing to have coming into the season, but at the same time that creates expectations. How do you maintain that, or what do you tell your team to say, guys, don't always read the press because let's handle what's in front of us?
I think it's San Diego State. We're used to expectations.
Yeah.
They think I should be winning it every year, my fan base, and I'm with them. I think I should be winning it every year. That's what I try to do. So I think I don't know if there's ever been a unanimous pick to win the league.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I think it's because we have more recognizable names coming back. Everybody lost a lot. And so when they look, well, who's got the most coming back? It's San Diego State. Yeah. And we do. So I take great pride in that. So now we have to take a team that's really good on paper and see if it's really good on the court.
Is there something you see when you see this team and say, compared to last year, maybe we're more athletic, maybe we're a better rebound team, better shooting team? I don't know. Is there something that you think you could pinpoint and say we're a lot better in this one area than previously?
We're older.
Yeah.
You want to be older.
Yeah.
So we are older. The freshmen that had to play last year are now sophomores. The sophomores that played are juniors. The juniors are seniors. And then guys like Reese Waters, who missed a year, is a 6-year senior. We added 5th-year seniors and 6-year seniors, and Jeremiah Oden and Sean Newman. So we're older. So generally that leads to a good starting point for a season.
Just curious that they're talking about potentially extending the NCAA tournament to more teams. I talked to a bunch of coaches at ACC Media Days. I feel like every coach is saying, hey, let's do it because they can get a chance to get to the big dance. Where do you stand on that?
I think we should add more teams as long as it doesn't mean we're adding more teams with losing records from Power 4 conferences.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, where's the threshold, though? So, like, I'm with you on that. But where would you turn it off as far as, they've talked potential? I know they're like right now 72 or 76, but I've even heard 96 before. Is there a point where you would say, what are we doing? Are we devaluing the regular season perhaps?
Listen, I think it's good for coaches the more teams that get in because coaches get fired for not making it.
Yeah.
So the more that make it, the more stability there may be in coaching. Now what happens once you're in is a whole different story. Yeah. It takes a little bit of luck, a little bit of magic to win in the tournament. So I'm for expanding the field. I think that's a good thing. Give more teams an opportunity to play in it. And sometimes you don't play your best basketball to the end of the year. Maybe you stumble during the year, but you're a darn good team at the end of the year. And so let's give the best team at the end of the year a chance to win the whole thing.
Gotcha.
Coach, you got a chance to already play scrimmage against UCLA. Coming out of that game, expectations versus the reality, what do you think?
Well, I know the fans weren't happy because they stand up and clap until we score our first basket, and we went 8 minutes without a point. So I know the fan base didn't like it, but I like it. I thought we played good, a good second half. 3/4 of the game, we played solid basketball against a very good UCLA team. So I think both teams got what they wanted out of the scrimmage. It was highly competitive. It was physical. Both teams are defensive-minded. And so everything was hard, and so it gave us a good baseline for where we are and where we need to go.
You played a lot of guys in that game. Did you figure out your rotations a little bit more, who the starters are going to be, first guys off the bench, that sort of thing?
We played 12 guys, and I told them even against UCLA that when we played USD in our second scrimmage, I was going to start some different players and try to give everybody opportunity to start, come off the bench. and then I'll have a better idea what the rotation looks like leading into the season.
Tay and Elsie, you're freshmen. They look pretty good out there. They didn't look intimidated. But your thoughts on their play?
No, Tay is extremely strong and physical, so he can match that part of his game as a freshman. And LZ is a high IQ player with great talent. So both of them fit in right away. And so I'll have some tough decisions to make when it comes down to a rotation.
And Reese got his first game play since almost 2 seasons. What are you seeing from him and his progression?
Yeah, when Reese stepped out for the first time in a year and put 19 up, I think we know why he was a first-team all-conference preseason player a year ago. He's what we all knew he would be, a gifted, talented player that is ready for his moment, and hopefully it will be this year.
And what do you see from the guys who got the time last year who are getting more time this year? Farrow and BJ, Miles, what did you see from them in that first game and your expectations for them this season?
Just that they're more consistent. They're growing as players. Maturity helps, experience helps, and they gained both of those last year, and they're gaining more in practice and going into this season.
And Farrow with the free throw line, people saw him go to the free throw line. He wasn't very good last year. He swished those 2. I think the crowd a little surprised. Did he work on that specifically this season?
The kids always work on every part of their game. And like I said, they've all gotten better individually. Now I have to find a way to get them better as a team.
How is it seeing Coach Olin in the conference now? Are you sitting there saying, hey, oh gosh, this guy's going to have a great team. We're going to go up against him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Eric's a really good coach. And, we played him 3 years in a row at UCSD. And
I remember those.
Yeah, 2 years ago, Ladie tipping at the buzzer to win a game that they had in hand. And last year, a close game against a good team that made it to the NCAA tournament and won their conference. And so Eric's a very good coach. And so he'll get New Mexico playing good basketball again. But like you said, he replaced the whole roster. So none of us can control the timeline. I know he's a good coach. I know they'll play good basketball. But it's the timeline it takes to do that.
Yeah.
In this era, what's been your keys to keep your team together continuity-wise with the transfer portal and NIL?
Yeah, I think we kept 80% of our roster. We lost one guy that could have returned that didn't. And I'd like to beat my chest and say it's culture, but a year from now when everyone leaves, they're going to say, what happened to your culture? It's just the nature of the game. Sometimes they leave, sometimes they come back. But they come back for a reason, because I think they feel valued, they feel like they're getting better, they feel like they're getting a good education, they're not being lied to, they're being taught and led, and they value those things. So they're willing to turn down some money in order to have those experiences. So I take great pride in that.